The only thing I know about the Olympics is that Celine Dion performed on top of the Eiffel Tower. She's like, I've done world tours, I've done drones, I've done stadiums. I think I'm going to start doing world monuments. So it's going to be like the Celine Dion monument tour. Like, what's up, friends? Welcome back to the number 2 podcast. I'm Glenn.
I'm Simi.
And this episode is going to be oily.
Crazy.
Welcome back to the pod. As always, I'm here with my permanent guest, Similion. You can check him out on all platforms at Similion. Links down below.
Check me out.
Super talented. We never really introduced you, but I feel like that wasn't necessary. But I just did. So you're welcome. Check his links. He does a lot of cool stuff. Check out his videos. Anything from dance to editing to creative direction to
what did people used to say back in the day? Acts about me.
Acts about me. Who said that? Just
nobody who runs in your circles, Glenn. But that was a thing.
I never.
Ooh, I like your shirt. I haven't seen that one in a while.
Thank you. It's yours.
It doesn't fit me anymore.
That is why you like it. That's funny.
Yeah, that was like my favorite shirt. And it's your favorite shirt too. But
it's a good shirt. Gray looks good on most people. For the most part.
You know where I got that? Remember American Apparel?
Oh yeah, I love American Apparel.
That is American Apparel, I believe.
Really?
I think so. Let me see the tag.
It's nice.
Yeah, American Apparel.
Like a marbled
it got
gray.
Like holy moly's in it because it's so old.
Oh, I thought you bought it like that.
No.
That's how the clothes are. Like you go to Urban Outfitters, you're like, are these used? They're like, no, they're brand new, $100.
The more holes in it, the more expensive it is.
The more expensive, and I love it. Yeah, poor American Apparel. Rest in peace. She had a good run.
I think she's still around, but they're called something different, like American Oregon Trail or
clothing.
Something.
It feels like a TikTok deep dive. Like, what happened to American Apparel and where are they now?
Hey, just rebrand.
Just rebrand. When in doubt, then pivot. When in doubt, rebrand. The king of rebranding. Anyway, we've got some good topics for you on this episode. We hope you have been enjoying the episodes. As always, don't forget to do the thumbs up button if you're watching this on YouTube.
Or just give us an old-fashioned thumbs up, just in real life.
If you're just sitting in your car, just do a thumbs up.
Or if you're trying to hail a cab, it's a good idea to thumbs it up too.
Do people still hail cabs? I don't think you can do that anymore. I think it's like an app. I think it's actually illegal.
To hail a cab?
Yeah. Because
in New York, even?
I think so. Because of, I know in Los Angeles it's illegal because I drive Uber and Lyft every once in a while, and you're not allowed to, like, if somebody raises their arm or whatever, you're not allowed to go up to them.
Yeah.
I don't know like the rule. I don't know like the backstory behind it. I just know.
I mean, I've heard horror stories about cabs and people getting into a cab. I think that's why Lyft and Uber are a lot safer, just because the name is there and everything. But I've heard horror stories about cabs and like getting kind of like robbed, not knowing who the person, like the car you're getting into.
Yeah.
So that's probably for good measure.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Well, they used to always price cabs. I mean, I took cabs all the time when I lived in Chicago, but that meter math. So when it started running, you're like, wait, what? The
anxiety you have.
Yeah.
You're like,
this is not gonna. And then I remember that when they passed the rule that they had to take debit or credit cards, and it was a big deal because before it was cash, and you'd like freak out because you'd be like, I don't have enough cash.
I remember I would call a taxi cab back in the day, and I would tell them on the phone, like, hey, I don't have cash. I just have my card. Is that okay? They'd be like, yeah. As soon as I get in the car and I let the guy know, I mean, he would start beatboxing. Or maybe like I would let him know afterwards, and then he'd be like frazzled, not, just.
I think the technology wasn't there, and then obviously they were scared. Processing fees.
No, I think they were kind of shady, and they just wanted cash.
Well, yeah, I mean, cash is king. Like they were trying to pay their bills.
True.
That's crazy. We sound like old men. Anyway, that's not the topic this week. But if you are trying to hail a cab, I don't know, thumbs up, hand up. Do people still do that? Put it in the comments if you've gotten a cab this week and what city you were in. Our first topic is an international topic. So maybe,
What is it?
Maybe I want to talk about the Olympics.
Oh,
2024.
That's happening.
It's happening.
Or it happened.
It was marketed to me as happening. The only thing I know about the Olympics is that Celine Dion performed on top of the Eiffel Tower because I saw a clip, which is insane. She just came out of hiding, basically. And she was like, what should I do? What should I do? Oh, we'll just build a stage on the Eiffel Tower and I'll sing during the opening ceremonies of the Olympics.
She was like, oh, you're just going to make it regular schmegular? I think not.
I think not. She's like, I've done world tours. I've done drones. I've done stadiums. I think I'm going to start doing like world monuments. So it's going to be like the Celine Dion monument tour. Like next, she's going to be on Mount Rushmore. Like America. Like
I wouldn't put it past her.
I mean, the merchandise.
I don't even care if she lost her voice like fully.
Yeah.
Like you're a global treasure.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Nobody cares if you have a voice or not.
Nobody cares. You could just stand there and it would
I
be
will
entertaining.
pay money for you to just stand there and I'll be in the audience and you could do the renegade and I will.
You could do the renegade dance. I mean, it's insane. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, Celine Dion.
The renegade is just kidding. No.
Well, we will not be teaching you the renegade here. You need to use Google for that or ChatGPT search. But Celine Dion has like health problems. I mean, I feel like everybody knows that, but not everybody follows Celine Dion.
Gasp,
which is crazy because she's pretty big.
I didn't realize how bad it was until I saw that documentary and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But what freaked me out is how she went into that like episode. Spoiler. If you're
going to watch it it's on what, Amazon?
Yeah. She went into that episode. I mean, it looked horrifying.
It was horrifying.
And then she comes out of it after they do something for her and she's just back to normal, singing, dancing. I'm like, girl, you just went through something major a second ago.
It was insane.
I thought they were going to have to call the ambulance.
I thought she was going to be in the hospital for months after her.
She came out of it. She was
seizure,
like,
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
She was fine.
I was like, girl, what did they give you?
What did they give you?
I want some of that.
I mean, it was insane. Yeah. Check that documentary out. But anyway, so we are having trouble watching the Olympics. I don't know. Maybe if you're watching this, you still pay for cable, but we have like a streaming.
We kind of have cable
thing.
I don't know what happened.
But it doesn't get the network.
The normal regular schmegular channels.
So we're not really sure. So it's like everything is on TikTok.
But then no, you can watch some stuff on Peacock.
Yeah, you can watch clips. If you could compete in any summer Olympic sport, what would it be?
Like today or when I was younger or
in the prime of your athleticism? Isn't dancing a sport now?
Oh,
breakdancing or something
is a thing.
Is this year, right? It's the first
I was
year.
never a b-boy, but I always, just fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it.
But maybe
like out of the classic sports. Like
I mean,
what are the big sports?
I've loved gymnastics.
Yeah, I was gonna say gymnastics.
And I can swim, but I can't swim fast. I'm just I'm not an Olympian.
But if you could, like, say there was just 10 people left and we had to have the Olympics because it was the end of the world.
I don't know. I was always able to run fast, but
it wouldn't be like archery or like, what's another summer sport? Isn't track and field summer? Swimming? Say you had unlimited resources to train for a year.
Oh, probably fencing then.
I think I would choose fencing. The only thing I know about fencing I learned from Lindsay Lohan in that movie where she plays herself, like as a twin. Remember she fences herself?
Oh, yeah.
And it seems complicated and not safe.
The Parent Trap?
The Parent Trap, yeah. It doesn't seem like a safe sport. It seems like an expensive sport because you have to buy that outfit.
Yeah.
Like, I've never been to a store that sold fencing equipment. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, even sporting goods stores, it's not like, where's the fencing section?
It's the only reason why I would want to do that sport.
To wear the outfit?
To be fancy.
To be fancy. It's a fancy sport.
You're like, dang, you got money.
You got money. I don't know. I'm excited to see the gymnastics if we can watch it. That's always fun. I'm excited to see swimming's always fun to watch.
I mean, swimming was fun to watch with, what's his name? James Phelps? Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps.
I went to high school.
Jane Hicks' cousin.
I went to high school with the James Phelps.
Wow.
Hi, James Phelps.
Hi, James Phelps. How was your Olympic?
How's your cousin?
How's your cousin?
But yeah, Michael Phelps was fun to watch. I'm not even too sure who's swimming nowadays, but
I have no idea. I remember diving was a big thing last Summer Olympics with like what, Tom DeLay or whatever.
Daly.
That's
a fancy Tom. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think I'm just ready for the Winter Olympics.
I think I'm ready for the Winter Olympics.
The ice skating.
You know, the crazy thing about this
Just
Olympics is they spent like a third less money to do it. Did you know that? Like Beijing, the last Summer Olympics, they spent like billions and billions of dollars. This Olympics, they basically cut the cost because all the venues already existed.
Yeah.
Which
Paris is already
genius.
fancy.
Well, they didn't purpose built a stadium.
Yeah.
And then they were like, for swimming, we're just going to use the dirty river, which apparently still has E. coli. So I don't know if they're going to actually swim in the river. I wonder what the backup plan is.
No comment on that one.
Gross.
Disgusting.
Wild. Anyway, let us know if you guys are watching the Olympics and who we should watch.
Root for.
Or hate on. Hate watch. Next topic for this episode is I wanted to talk about AI.
Oh gosh. What about the AIs?
What do you think of AI?
I love it.
What do you love about it?
Oh, I give it a reasoning why I love it. I just think it's a great tool.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to take over anything or people's jobs. I think it just makes a job easier.
Yeah.
It could help out with a lot of things, a lot of people. It's just a tool to leverage. Other than that, unless I see some droids walking around just having their own ideas, I think I'm not really going to have an opinion that's too crazy. But I think it's great. I think it's helping a lot of people in their careers when it comes to just efficiency and
true. Yeah.
Time management and just getting things done, because that's all you want at the end of the day.
Yeah. It's like, how can I do this easier?
Yeah.
I feel like it's like a marketing problem. It's like they called it AI and everybody's scared of it because of movies, but really it's like, it's not really thinking for itself. It's just like collecting all the data. And then like,
my dad always told me too, like, if you could find a way to do something faster or more efficient, like don't work harder, work smarter. And I always believe that, like, if there was like for anything, I mean, even for like editing, for instance, if there was a shortcut key for something, I was going to find it.
Right.
I was going to do it the long way,
Yeah.
I do get certain things when it comes to AI in certain professions, like acting, using people's likeness.
Yeah.
That's kind of,
but using their likeness and not paying them. I think it's fine if you want to scan somebody and put them in something, but just pay them.
Well, that's the thing too, is that like, they're like, oh, we'll pay you this one time to scan your face. That's going to be scanned forever. And what they're going to be using it in perpetuity, like forever.
Yeah.
That's the thing where it gets a little muddy.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, I've done background acting and they treat you terribly. Like you're paid horribly. The process is horrible. Like,
but at least you get a job. If they're going to scan your face and they're able to use AI to put you in the background of 1,500 movies till the day you die, like,
it's pretty bad. Like that's
unless you pay me, go ahead and scan my face every single time.
Yeah, pay me. I don't know. It's super interesting.
Do I get a residual every single time?
Every single time. 150 films.
Let's go.
Battlestar Galactica. I don't know. It's super interesting. I don't know. It's gonna be cool to see.
You're like my resume is very diverse.
It's very diverse. I've been in a lot. Really.
I don't know how to act.
I don't know how to act.
My IMDb is
Liddy. That's funny.
Flooded.
I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think of AI. I feel like it's bumping along.
Yeah. I feel like with everything, there's always good and evil. Yeah. And that's the balance we have to have in order to survive. Oh
yeah. Shout out your dad. Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday, Dad. It's my father's birthday today. but this podcast won't come out till later.
That's true. But still, shout out Billy if you're watching.
Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid. Send him some love. And our last topic of the day was brought to you by Celine Dion himself. We've decided that we want to talk about our not guilty pleasures. That's just what I like wrote down. But just like stuff
like,
that you.
What do you really love, but like you don't tell people that you love, and you actually tell people that you hate, but you secretly love, but you are maybe embarrassed, maybe not embarrassed, but it's really nobody's business. But you will
tell us your secrets.
Love it or hate it, but you really love it.
All right, what's your example?
No, I want to just tell one of yours because I feel like you won't ever tell anybody.
What is one of mine?
Because you're just like, oh, this person, and you'll like roll your eyes, but you secretly love them.
Who?
And you like support them.
Who?
You're probably gonna get mad at me
No,
for
I
saying
don't care.
You love J-Lo.
I don't think I love J-Lo.
No, you do. You like secretly love her so freaking much. You watch all her stuff. Like,
I think
you're all about her, but you'll be like, oh, she's just this and that. And I'm like, shut up. You love her.
I mean, I will decide what I love and what I don't love. Thank you for your observations.
See what I mean? See what I mean?
But I mean, that's a good example of like a guilty pleasure of like somebody who you're like, well, okay, like
I just outed you. I'm so sorry.
I think most people like J-Lo. Like most people have seen Made in Manhattan and have an opinion.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, she's getting a lot of whatever right now. I'm sure she doesn't care.
She could probably care less.
She's fine. But
yeah,
I love her too. She's amazing. I think she rocks. I liked her last thing that she came out with, that whole movie that she made.
Yeah, her like visual album or whatever.
I liked it. I secretly liked it.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. Choreography, songs, like people are just haters. It's fine.
Yeah, I think it'll stand.
Time will tell.
Yeah, I think it'll stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Like 20 years from now, people will be like, you know how like I don't want to compare it to this because like it's such a legendary thing, but Michael Jackson's Neo thingamajigger. And Disney, what's it called?
Oh, Captain Neo.
Captain Neo. That thing was kind of funny too. I mean, it's iconic, but
no, Captain Neo was a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, it is a big deal.
It was never not a big deal.
But I mean, you watch it nowadays, you're like,
well, yeah, it's like goofy, but it was very like of its time.
But I feel like that's what this was. It's like a little, you know, corny, but like you're like, oh, and it gives you kind of a feel at the end.
I didn't think it was corny. I thought it was like,
I mean, people give it flack for whatever, but
I thought it was like very literal. Like it was like,
yeah, I liked it.
And then she like tied it to her heritage. Like, I don't know. Like I thought it was like pretty tasteful. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't like, I think it's because like comparison, like if you compare yourself to somebody, like comparison is the thief of joy. You know what I mean? Like J-Lo's not going to release like a homecoming visual album. She's not going to release the Eras tour. You know what I mean? And like they're like experiences. Like J-Lo hasn't been able to like offer that successfully. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like she's toured, but she hasn't been able to like do it yet in her career. So I think she was like hoping to like sell this fantasy, and like people are just haters. Like,
yeah, out of all of her talents, because she's like, she can do a lot. She can act, she can dance, she can sing. She's gotten so much better. What else can she do? I mean, what can't she do? But out of all her talents, what do you think, in your opinion, is her best talent?
I think it's like she's a performer. It's like a combination. I mean, nobody can talk about her singing because they're like mixed albums. You know what I mean? Like she has some ballads where it's like more purely her voice, but it's edited. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure there's like TikTok clips where she's like singing at parties and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like an alto.
Yeah, she's not going to like Celine Dion all over the place. But
she's not
like,
a beltress. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? But I also think like she's very, like, I think the problem is, this isn't answering your question, but the problem is she's not allowed to commercially do the material that probably is like going to sound best in her voice because she's a pop star.
Yeah.
Like pop music isn't real music. You know what I mean? Like it's not. You can have a good voice, you can have a good tone, but you're a recording artist. You're not a singer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so if she was able to do material that was written for her voice, that's not like you do a dance to 12 bars in. Like, her voice is probably really good, but like for her, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know.
I personally think that she's an amazing actress, and I think she's talented at everything. Don't get me wrong, but like, I kind of wish she did more acting.
Yeah.
Just because I think she's like, everything she's pretty much been in is like, I've been in awe.
Yeah.
And she has this like thing. It's almost like that Nev Campbell. So when she gets emotional, it's like that that she does. That makes her really good.
Specific,
I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the other thing I feel for her is like even though she's been in relationships, she's like basically been single. And it seems like in Hollywood, like if you're a famous woman and you marry a famous guy, like then the pressure falls off. You know what I mean? Like the paparazzi aren't as mean to you. Like the tabloids aren't as mean to you. Like people kind of like back off. You know what I mean? And because she's like been in and out of challenging relationships, you know, like Ben Affleck's like a drug addict. You know what I mean? Like he's recovering like drug addict, alcoholic. Like that's horrible. Mark Anthony, like who she has her kids with, like, you know, have you seen him? Like he's not doing well. You know what I mean? Like, and obviously she's an artist.
How's he not doing well?
I mean, that's a different podcast, but he just doesn't look healthy.
Anyway, J-Lo.
I'm just saying she's held to a different standard. So the criticism of J-Lo is that she's mean.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
And like, she may be mean.
She gets this like reputation of being a bitch, but like, I feel like if a guy were to do any of
they do,
then like, you know, of course it's like story as old as time.
Yeah.
But
she may be mean. Like a lot of Hollywood actors and singers are mean people. I have been on lots of film sets and seen them behave. And it is like, I hate to break it to you, like shouldn't be news to anybody, but like, they're not nice. A lot of them. It's like a work. Think of it like a workplace.
Not saying that J-Lo like, isn't nice.
Like as a human, they're probably nice to their friends and family, but like in the workplace, I think it's like very stressful. What did Beyonce say though? She said, "What is the famous quote she said? Is that like that she doesn't have to be nice, but she could be fair or something like that." Yeah.
But Beyonce, it's like, if you're a boss and you try to get things done, everybody has like, you know, a thing that they have to do in a tour or a performance, and you want to make sure that you get things right. And in order to do that, you have to delegate and you have to be assertive.
And I think some people are more self-aware of what is being perceived. Like, because if you think about like in real life, there are people with self-awareness and there are people without self-awareness, you know, and they're usually like the same people that like can't read the room or be like, wow, I should have empathy in this situation. So it's like, she could be one of those people, because you think of people like a Celine Dion, or you think of people like a Dolly Parton, who are these like strong females who are running companies, billion-dollar companies. Like there's nobody going around saying like they're horrible, mean people. So like, and you know, in private meetings, they probably are that way because they're trying to move business forward. So it's like, you know,
yeah, but at the end of the day, everybody's gonna have an opinion. Even if you are the nicest person, there's gonna be somebody. You get into fame like that, there's gonna be somebody who's just like not gonna be okay with something.
Yeah, it's tough.
Anyway,
it's a tough situation.
So another guilty thing. We went on J-Lo for way too long. Gosh, I don't know. I think with me, it's, which I think everybody knows with me, is reality TV talent.
Yeah.
So like The Voice and like American Idol.
Yeah. They're your favorite. Like if he can't watch every season of like British The Voice, US The Voice, New Zealand The Voice, Australia The Voice, he'll like find the YouTube clips and watch them. He won't remember any of the people. Some of them. Everybody has something that like they would never publicly admit. You know what I mean? It's like what you order at a fast food restaurant when you're by yourself. You know what I mean? It's like nobody knows about the 3 cinnamon twirls I get from Taco Bell late at night and finish before I get home. It's a funny topic. Anyway, let us know if you guys have any secrets in the comments below. That being said, this has been another episode of the Number 2 Pod. We hope you're enjoying these. If you are, you can support our content. There's tons of links below. Comments are helpful. There's even a text link. It sends us a message with your feedback. You can review us on all platforms, give us 5 stars, and leave a comment. That helps us grow. Thanks for listening. Any last words, Similion?
I love J-Lo.
We love J-Lo.
Jennifer Lopez.
We're just waiting for tonight.